Hi, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm also pretty good. Thank you for asking. We had a session a few days ago, right?
Yeah, and I'm so excited to talk to you today also.
Sure, sure. Thank you so much. Okay, so in the last session, we discussed a few things. If you remember, I we had a general conversation basically. Like I asked you about your hobbies and everything, and your daily routine also, right? So if you remember, I
Yeah.
also asked you to follow some things like reading, listening, and trying to consume more content in English. So did you try any of that?
Yeah, I don't know exactly because I listened that particular session, but I think I listened that after editing because I download that session for YouTube. So
Ah,
I didn't watch the exact recording, so I don't know what you like. I have practiced the few words that you told me, and yeah, that's it.
okay.
But
So,
I'm
mm,
so excited today, so excited, and I'm really wanted to ask you and want to know your action and reaction about the topic that is given in previous session, and
mm,
we didn't talk about that.
yes. What happened to your?
So
I think something happened to your internet.
yeah. I don't know what's going on today. I lose
It's
that
okay. It's okay.
connectivity.
It's okay. Now continue. You
So
were saying something. Mm.
So I really want to know about your action and reaction about that particular thing, the bizarre surprise. You know that?
Bizarre surprise. The last session topic.
Yeah. And I would like to explain it because the particular video I am going to upload on my YouTube channel also.
Okay.
So shall I?
Sure. Yeah, sure, sure. So tell me, like, have you ever received any bizarre surprise, maybe from any of your friends or someone? Ever?
No, today I want to your reaction and
My reaction.
action first. Yeah,
Okay.
because my
So,
dad.
to
Like, yeah.
you want to know my reaction for any bizarre surprises which I have received in my life, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So, to be honest, I haven't received any bizarre surprises so far, but I have received a lot of birthday surprises. So I can tell you about that. Okay.
No, I don't want to ask. I don't want to know about that. I want to know that the particular topic that is given in the previous session that you are hiking in a forest and you found a black suitcase and inside in there is 10 crore
Hmm.
and with a particular note that is stained in blood and written and don't read particular paper. So I want to know about that. What would you like to
Oh,
do
okay,
with
that
that
one. Okay,
suitcase
so
or with the
if I'm
10 crore?
hiking in if I'm hiking into the woods and if I get 10 crore rupees, and there is a note also, like what is written in that note actually? What is written in the
Don't.
note? Don't,
Don't. Only single word. Don't. Yeah. And that
don't.
is stained in blood.
It's in blood. And am I alone or am I with someone?
You're alone?
I'm alone. Okay, so
Yeah.
in this case, I'll just look around if there is someone or not. Maybe see, it's natural human tendency to get that amount of money. So I would probably first of all I'll try to look out for someone. Definitely, I would be in danger because that's a vulnerable situation and the note is written with blood. But maybe that's a prank or something. So I don't know how would I react. But as of now, in this presence of mind, I would carry that bag. I would take that bag to a safe place. And like I would try my best, and I would maybe first of all initially I would try to find the owner of the bag because that's a huge amount. And even if I'm able to do something with that kind of money, yeah, maybe eventually the police can find me, right? So I don't want to be involved in any law, any these kind of issues, these kind of adversities. So I would try to find the rightful owner of the bag, and if days goes by and nobody comes, I'm not able to find anyone, maybe I'll use that money to travel because I love traveling. I would go to any European country with
Okay.
that money because that's a lot of
Okay.
money
But
actually,
what
10
would
crore rupees.
you yeah. But you also have to consider that note also. Don't read a note.
Okay, so that's definitely a clear sign. It's a warning that you don't have to use that money or maybe open that bag. But maybe if there is no one, if there is no sign of danger, I would definitely, try the first option, which I just told you. I would try to find the rightful owner. If he or she doesn't show up, I would definitely use that money. Maybe 70%, 60% of the money I'd use for my own travel thing, because I'm not a materialistic person, to be precise. I would love to spend that money on experience, and the rest of the money I would try to help the impoverished people who are in need of that money. So this is how it works.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
know it's a hypothetical situation, so I'm giving you answers in that way only, right? Yeah, I would do that.
yeah.
Yes.
Pretty good.
I think that's a very rational answer. Like, this is the best you can do. First and the foremost thing
Yeah,
is your
and one
safety.
more. Yeah, yeah, it's true.
Yeah.
And one
Next.
more thing that I want to know that you mentioned in previous session, the book that you have read, written by Jay Shetty, Think Like a Monk. So I want to know, like, do you really able to think like a monk? Like in the book, that is like, what is the particular thing that is mentioned that you want to share?
Okay. So basically, there is a concept of monkey mind. So a monkey mind is a mind. For example, I'm doing a task. Now my mind is going towards something else. I'm not able to focus actually. So that book is all about
Mhm.
how you can focus on a particular task and then move to another task, and how you have to be calm and tranquil. Like, you have to be tranquil with yourself. You have to be really peaceful. Then only you can do something in your life, right? So think like a monk basically means that
Yeah.
before reacting to certain things in life, you should think very closely and then you should react. So basically, it refrains you from getting burst out with anger, with jealousy, with resentment. So you don't have enemies. So these are the concepts which are there in the book. So after I read that book, I realized a lot of things about myself and about the guy also, because it's his autobiography. He has basically written a story of his journey of becoming a monk from a corporate employee, right? So it was quite a thrilling journey of his. Like, he was traveling all over the India in a train, in a very basic train, and he was using basic facilities which were there. So these are the things which I learned from it, like how you can be humble, how you can be adjustable, because a monk is like that only. Even if you give monk a flat bed, if even if he sleeps on a hard surface, he will still have a sound sleep. And even if he sleeps on a bed of, you know, a comfortable bed, that in that case also he'd be okay. So a monk is always comfortable in every situation. This is what that book is all about. So I'm into spirituality and I love to read about philosophies and different psychologies. So that's why I read that book. And these days I'm reading another book, which is Bhagavad Gita, the English version.
Oh wow,
Yes.
wow.
Mm.
So what is the spirituality in, like, what do you think about it?
See, I'll tell you something. So spirituality, I was introduced. I started watching some videos of Sadhguru, if you know about him. Have you heard
Yeah,
about
yeah.
Sadhguru? Yeah, yeah. So, I
He
watched
came
one
to
of his
Japan.
videos. Hmm. I watched one of his videos back in 2019, and I was really captivated, because I thought that this guy has something to say which I haven't heard before, which I don't know. So I started reading his book. The name of his book is Inner Engineering. So that's again an autobiography by
Mhm.
Sadhguru. So he had an enlightenment in a particular place in southern part of India. He has mentioned everything in that book. So inner engineering basically means how you can engineer yourself to be a better person, and how you can be calm in a very impulsive situation. So spirituality is all about that, and also, it's
Mhm.
also about meditation a little bit. So I started meditation back in 2020 during the lockdown time. So it was a really a challenging task for me, because to sit for like 10 minutes and sitting with my thoughts. So it was a challenging task definitely, because I was creating a story in my mind all the time. But as soon as I kept doing it, I realized that meditation is not about stopping your thoughts. It's about observing your thoughts and not letting your thoughts consume you. Okay, not being able to create a story out of it. So thoughts are just like clouds. They'll come and they'll go. They'll come, they'll keep coming, they'll keep going. You don't have to stick with them. So this is what meditation is all about. And whenever I meditate, I feel a different kind of energy in my body. I feel so light. I feel so happy overall, like a very joyful person. That's why I do meditation. I think if you can give 1 hour for your physical body, like gym, workout, yoga, you can at least give 15 minutes for your brain, because everything is happening with the help of your brain only, right? So that's how I was into spirituality. And I think you should also try meditation sometimes. Maybe it will change your life for the good.
Yeah, I do sometimes, but then I quit. After some days, then I again start, and then I like it happens with me. But I think I have to do it continuously. And do you think we need to do every day in the same time? Like we have to fix the time for
Fixed time
meditation.
and fixed place. Fixed time and fixed place also. So this is the place where I meditate. This
fixed
is my
place.
living. Yes, this is the place. Fixed place also. Yeah, that's how it will be effective, and it has it has miraculous effects in your overall physiology. I used to think that meditation is a waste of time. Closing your eyes and not being able to think anything. But no, it is really effective. So nowadays, I think I'm more of a less reactive person. I had some, like, to be honest, I had some temperament issues, like anger issues earlier. But now I think before saying anything to anyone. Yeah.
I can relate with you easily. Like that's why I think I get the positive vibes from you, and I'm really assuming myself, because I have also a short temper issues. I get angry with the tiny things.
Yes,
So
yes,
yeah, that happens with me.
yeah. But you know
Yeah.
what? By looking at you, it doesn't feel like you would be an angry person.
But I'm the person who get angry easily, but I feel like just for 10 to 15 minutes, and then I forgot all about what happened
So I'll tell you
in
something
that
about
conversation,
anger.
or what I say.
So anger is,
Yeah.
you don't do anger consciously. It's a subconscious activity. Okay. The moment you realize that you're angry, you stop it. You stop it, right? When you're angry, your mouth works faster than your brain, right?
Yes. When
I'll
I
give
don't
you a
realize
technique.
what I'm saying.
Yes. Whenever you
Okay.
feel like getting angry, just close your eyes,
Yeah.
breathe and breathe
Okay.
out for like 5 to 6 times. You will forget it, because now you'll be living in the present moment, right?
Yeah.
You can't do anger consciously. If I ask you to get angry at me, you can't be angry at me, right? Because it is a subconscious activity. Okay. So yes, I love to discuss these kind of topics, and yeah.
Yeah. I also love to listen these kind of topics.
Okay. Maybe in the next section we can discuss more actually.